Doctor Who, Dragonfire, the fourth story of the seventh Doctor, is written by Ian Briggs and starring Sylvester McCoy, Bonnie Langford and Sophie Aldred. So the title was going to be Absolute Zero, The Pyramid's Treasure and Pyramid in Space, but eventually changed to Dragonfire. This is the introduction of Sophie Aldred as Ace, as well as the departure of Bonnie Langford as Mel Bush, and final on-screen appearance of Tony Selby as Sabalom Glitz. So in the ice world, Zavatas, which is a space trading colony, we have people in white wearing those spiky hats. So the Doctor and Mel arrived as they go into the cafe ordering strawberry milkshakes. They reunited with Glitz, although he doesn't recognise the Doctor because, regeneration. So the Doctor had to explain him that is actually him. Apparently Glitz's crime is leading them to trouble. Ace, who's a waitress, came as they planned to meet the dragon and grabbing the treasure. Glitz didn't want Mel and Ace to come, so it's just the Doctor and Glitz to search around. After Ace gets a complaint from a customer that the milkshake has a lumpy bit, Ace gets a bit cheeky and pours milkshake on her head and gets sacked for it, then poured milkshake on her boss. Good one. So Ace, as she's in a huff, went to her room and Mel came along. We learn that Ace got beamed to the ship and she got expelled from the school because she blew up the art room. Wow. As they carry around with Nitro 9 to blow up a door, they get arrested. Kane gets Ace to pick up a token, but she uses Nitro 9 to let herself and Mel go. As they go on a run, they run into the dragon. Meanwhile, as the Doctor is separated from Glitz, he goes down the ice cliff and hanging on his umbrella with an intense moment where he's losing grip. So luckily Glitz came and, well, he hesitated at first, but then helped the Doctor. That scene had been criticised for the Doctor hanging on his umbrella because there was no reason for it. Andrew Cartmel, the script editor, said in the interview that passage leading to the cliff was meant to be a dead end, leaving the Doctor no choice but to scale the cliff face. But they say the reason is still unclear. I think it's clear enough. So Ace and Mel ran off as the dragon shooting laser. So the Doctor and Glitz went down the chasm. The Doctor distracted a guard while Glitz goes into his ship, but Balos is there. Then the Doctor came in advising Glitz not to steal what he wants. And it's really scary when there's ice zombies patrolling. As they get after Mel and Ace, the Nitro 9 doesn't work on them. Again, I do love Sylvester McCoy as the 7th Doctor. He's fantastic. I told him that when I met him. Sadly, I couldn't do it with Paul McGann because, he's busy focusing on the next person in the line, which, it is understandable, and there wasn't much time to do that. Bonnie Langford is great as Melanie Bush, pretty sassy and likeable, like I said, and the actress is nice in real life, as I've already mentioned. I've met her at Comic Con. I love Sophie Aldred as Ace, amazing companion, who's from Parryvale, and her real name is Dorothy. According to Fandom Wikia, it's Dorothy Gale, which sounds familiar, or Dorothy Gale McShane. While Sophie Aldred was working on Fiddler on the Roof, she got casted as Ace back in 1987, and since then she's been quite busy with television career, mostly children's program. Tony Selby played Sabalom Glitz, who's a rogue and he's from the planet Salostopus, and he loves money. Fantastic character. Originally in the story they were creating a character called Razorback similar to Glitz, but John Nathan Turner encouraged Ian Briggs to bring Glitz back, so he did, and sadly the actor is no longer with us. Edward Peel played Kane, who's a Promonian, a race with an unusual biology such as body temperature, so he's pretty much a walking ice cream as he needs to stay cool, which is a great idea for a villain. Love to see more of that. Dragon is a biomechanoid jailer from Promon who wanders around in caves of ice worlds. It looked pretty cool. That prosthetics is nicely done for low budget. Tony Ozoba played Krakauer, the leader of Kane's forces. Patricia Quinn played Balosh, who works with Kane until she realises that he's trouble. Casts did a great job. The sets and effects are brilliant. The music by Dominic Glynn is outstanding. There's great atmosphere. After Krakow and Balosh are suspecting Kane is a bad guy, Kane freezes them to death. The Doctor and Glitz reunites with Mel and Ace. As Pudovkin is moving towards them, Dragon came from behind and lasered Pudovkin's zombie. As they arrived at Singing Trees, a hologram of Archivist appear and telling them who Kane is and how he's captured. That scene was taken inspiration from Jor-El's scene in Christopher Reeve's Superman movie. As Kane overheard, he says Dragonfire shall be his. So as the dragon got beheaded, Kane kidnaps Ace while the little girl is hiding under the table in cafe. There's an attack, so the little girl wanders around. Kane makes a deal with the Doctor, is give him the crystal and then he can have Ace back. As Dr. Mel and Glitz are in the control room, the crystal gets placed into the machine, and as the big door opens with bright light, Kane melts, taking the inspiration from Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is pretty effectively.
It's scorching!
Although without the blood showing. So after that, Mel says it's time and she's planning to leave. So Glitz came in with Ace, and it's so sad to see Mel leaving. It's a nice line when she says she'll send the Doctor a postcard and put it in the bottle and throw it in space. So as she left with Glitz, Ace decides to stay with the Doctor, so the mother of that little girl found her and got her told off for wandering around. The girl was fascinated to see the TARDIS dematerialised. So that's Dragonfire, a fantastic story. It's cool that in Season 24 Blu-ray box set announcement, Bonnie returned as Mel, who's sitting in a space station called 24 Carat, with familiar investors like Catherine Cusack came back as Drinking Fountain, Blue Kang Leader, Edward Peel played Ice Colonies, and Richard Gauntlet as Derek the Tetrap. Oh, and guess who returned as well?
Doctor!
Mel!
Good old Sylvester McCoy came back as the 7th Doctor carrying a box set, and it's so great to see him back in that costume. The great thing about those box set is we get to watch all serials in each season and the stuff they have, including, you know, the casts working on Season 24, having a conversation and talk about their time on the show. What did you think of Dragonfire and Season 24? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks people as always for watching, and see you in the next video.